it was interesting going and doing that jiu-jitsu tournament after having not done much of any competition, especially like one-on-one competition. It's much different doing one-on-one competition versus doing like a team sport. Because like team sport, yeah, you get a little nervous for maybe like right before the game or something like that. But for me, like the spike in blood sugar, way different than um
Mm-hmm.
for a individual sport versus a team sport, because it's just like
Mm-hmm.
all eyes are on you. It's mano a mano, like especially with wrestling, it's like who is the better man? And it's like very much a pride thing to be like, yes, I was dominant over this person. And so like it was very interesting going back and doing that jiu-jitsu tournament, because knowing what I know now and trying to understand those things, it's like even with the amount of knowledge that I had, I just didn't have that much data because I hadn't done it while I was doing wrestling. And so, man, it was like a nightmare trying to get my blood sugar under control. But it ended up working out pretty well for me because I didn't understand how jiu-jitsu tournaments worked. And so I thought it was like a wrestling tournament where you basically wrestle through all the weight classes, go back and then wrestle your next match, or do your next match. No, in jiu-jitsu it is you wrestle, or you um fight, I think is what they call it, but you fight all your matches, and then they move on to the next bracket. So like in our bracket we had 3 people, and so the I had the first match with one kid, and then since I won, the other two uh, wrestled or fought, and so I got a little bit of a break. But then I had to go back in right after that and
Right.
wrestle and go to the next one, and so that in and of itself was just super weird to me. But at the same time, it ended up working out because I'm like, okay, I'm going to be going here pretty soon, and so I was getting nervous already, and so my blood sugar was spiking, and so I saw that it was spiking. It was already high, and I'm like, it's only going to go higher at this point. So I took like a ton of insulin, like more than I probably should have. It was kind of like, this is probably way too much, and I'm going to end up crashing right when I need to actually
Like
go.
five plus, eight
Oh, yeah,
plus.
5 plus for sure.
Oh
It
wow.
was probably like 7, maybe even up to 10. I don't know.
Holy cow.
Yeah. And because I'm just like, because I thought I was going to be going soon. So I'm like, I want to drive this sucker down fast. And so ended up working out perfectly to where it came down right as I was going out. And so my
Mm-hmm.
blood sugar was perfect. So it's like it was like a disaster, but at the same time somehow it worked out really well for me.
Solid. Solid. Wow. So collect data, learn, trial and error, and realize that it can drastically affect your practices, your performance, and it's not something just to go with the flow. It's not something, as much as possible. But we're all diabetic. We're all human. It's okay to make mistakes.
Yep.
So as people in my wrestling room would say, there's no such thing as a free lunch. So work fucking hard and get after it.
Amen to that.
Mm-hmm.